Hey, hi, hello again everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, thanks for joining me again out here. It's tremendous to be here with you. We are continuing our journey in the Netherworld Covenant. This game has continued to put just a stranglehold on me in the best way. Today we're going to try out Ventika's Servant's Durable Boots. That's going to increase our stamina by 2, which is exciting because that's going to give us additional rolls and, well, you know, more bouncing blades, right? The other thing I've been doing lately is sinking lots of points into additional stamina recovery speed for each time we have a critical hit. It's going to trigger that additional speed recovery. So, the goal today, as is every time, is to have a good time. That's number 1, always. Goal number 2 is to get a little bit further than we did last time, and I don't know if we're going to or not. This game is tough, but like I say, as long as we have a good time doing it, I'm good with it. I'm good. That's a win in and of itself. What I'd like to do is put together a really nasty Doom build. That's what I'm hoping for. And if I can marry that up with another element from our ghost, that would be outstanding as well. So let's see what we can do here. Slaughterlust, that's not Doom. Perfect time stop, that's not Doom. Increases movement speed by 25% for 3 seconds after a critical hit. Okay, so I'm going to go with that because that should keep us open to finding our Doom build that we're looking for. I'd like to marry that up with fire somehow. So if we can add an element of fire to our ghost attacks, speaking of, that would be really nice. All right. I hope your day is off to a great start. We actually went out and grabbed some breakfast this morning at a local place, and I'll tell you what, I like a good omelet. Right, because with a lot of these breakfast places, you get an omelet, well, you're also going to get a nice plate full of hash browns, and you might even get a side of pancakes. And that's exactly what happened for me. I ended up getting a gyro omelet. I got to tell you, their gyro meat was just fantastic. I like a crispier hash brown, and they nailed those as well. Alright, so we got the chill summon, we've got lightning summon. Not seeing the fire. Each time a ghost kills an enemy, you have a 25% chance to restore 6 HP. So we're going to go with that for now, because then that keeps us open to finding an element, right? Because it feels like once you decide on an element, then they're going to give you additional buffs that support that. So as long as I don't go with one, that keeps us open to finding other options along the way. Good things come to those who wait, right? Isn't that what they say? Or do I have that wrong? Maybe I've got that wrong. That has happened before. Okay, all right. Let's, oh... Okay, I think we'll go Power Stone this time. We'll hook our ghosts up next time since they're potentially giving us health back on kills. Getting really some extremely kind comments lately, folks weighing in about how we hit the 10,000 mark with subscribers. I really, really appreciate all the kind words from everybody. Well, here's our doom. So let's go ahead and grab that. But some of you even weighed in and said that, you know, seeing these Netherworld Covenant videos in particular motivated you to go and get a copy of the game, and you've been having such a good time with it. And I always really appreciate seeing stuff like that. I'm just the lucky one that gets to be a part of this with you all. I consider myself a participant in the community. Just part of this thing that we're all doing together. And I love that people enjoy it as much as they do. I think it's just wonderful. All right. See this nice conversation that we're having out here while I'm going up against this this red tendril monster of death, right? Just crushing demons and talking about nice things. Isn't that nice for us? All right. Cheers to you. I'm out here with my good friend, Icewater. If you're having a good time, do me a favor, hit that like button, and, well, maybe even more people will, see the game for the first time, and, maybe they decide to jump in there and grab a copy for themselves. Let's see if we can add more components to this wild and wacky Doom build we're putting together. Okay. Oh, what a hit. Wow. Okay. I mean, I felt that one. All right. Sometimes when the battle kicks off without the music, it feels very quiet, you know? It's like something's missing. I would say so far, things are off to a wonderful start. When a doomed enemy dies, all enemies affected by Doom receive damage equal to the fatal hit. I like that. When Doom is resolved, an additional 8% of damage taken during Doom is dealt. Each perfect timing, perfect dodge, block, or suppression increases the player's damage by 13% for 5 seconds. All right, we're going to do that. We are going to do that because now they're all doomed. So maybe we can find a relic that continues telling the story, the narrative that we're trying to put together with Doom. If we find something that involves fire, I may choose to go with that and bet on things to come. And if they don't, we can always change it out. Although that's not my favorite thing to do, but we can. It's an option. Always an option. There's flexibility. I'm not gonna buy that. We're just gonna leave that. We're gonna focus on using the coins towards new powers that are gonna let us go further, as opposed to meta progression. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Each Wrathstone increases Ice Storm. Each monster kill increases character damage plus 8. Oh, wow. Upon hitting an enemy, applies elemental vulnerability. This is outstanding. We are taking that. Yamahama. 93 coins. I don't think we're ready for the merchant just yet, so Well, we'll see if we can double down on the relic side. Why not? It's a big increase in the Doom damage. And, you know, I know you've got to wait for it to run its course, right? Just having that conversation with somebody in the comments at one point. You know, Doom is interesting, but you got to wait for the timing to draw it down, and sometimes the enemies are already dead before that time comes. And I get it. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. I think Doom, though, is interesting because of all the other things that you can attach to it. That's why I like it. It seems to pair well with fire. All right, let's do that. Spread some Doom around at least. All right, guy. Got about enough. There we go. Okay, let's see what we get. When slaughter increases, all enemies with burn take burn damage. Well, that's a miss except for the character damage +8. Each Wrathstone increases Frost Nova. That's a miss. For each negative status on the enemy, character damage increase. That's okay. That's all right. Charged attack hitting a enemy with paralysis shoots a lightning chain. So I'm gonna say that most of these are a miss. So we're gonna trade it in for the gold instead and take a hot 66. Not bad. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go towards the Aura reward here. I was thinking about the gold for a second. Wait a second, we are hearing the whispering noises. Sometimes that means there's a chance type encounter. Wonder if we're gonna run into something up here. Oh, maybe it's the chest. We need a ghost aura to pop. Wow, lots of black stone opportunities lately. Okay, well, we're gonna go forward. Oh, man. All right, something good here. Wow. So the damage goes to 64. That's pretty big. I am gonna go with that. And we are apparently heading into the first boss room here, which is totally fine. You know what? Bring it. Bring it. We're ready. Let's get out of there. Don't breathe this. You know, he just slightly beat us. We were just slightly too late. But he does the throw right after the jump, usually. You know, I've played a handful of times. I know some of the patterns. I should know a lot of the patterns, but I know some of the patterns.
It's only the beginning.
All right, indeed. Indeed it is. For you. For you. Oh, boy. That was not the plan. I wanted to cancel out the shots. Alright, we're gonna take a sip. That's a bad spot to take a sip. There, got it that time. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, got a little bit nasty at the end there. Let's do a Wrathstone this time. And we're going to pop on in and grab a sip here, too, at the same time. Now, this is good, because it's going to give us 2. So we'll take a quick sip of the, well, the drink that I can only imagine tasting like a nice cherry Ludens, you know? Right? All your cherry Ludens dreams come true. Alright, well, we'll just jump into the pub real quick and wait for this to blow over, right? That's all we gotta do. Wonderful. Alright, guy. Looks like we got an interesting drop of some kind happening here. Ooh, look at this. The ghost deals +5 fire damage and apply burn on hit. After ethereal walk, soul state duration is extended by 0.5 seconds. After taking damage, the ghost attacks can restore HP within a certain time. Up to 50% of the damage taken. That is interesting. We're going to go with burn. And we're going to grab whatever this is. Ooh, the red spot stone ring. Who thinks that might be a bleed ring? That could be very interesting. Alright, now we've got to find some cool stuff that pairs well with fire. And in my experience, a lot of those come in the form of relics, so I think that's probably what we'll want to do next time there's a relic opportunity. So we'll take that path. That's my guess. Oh, it's that guy with the gun. Not bad. Not bad at all. Doom lasts 5 seconds longer, and the ghost deals more 20% damage to monsters under Doom. Performing a perfect dodge triggers a Doom burst, dealing 62 damage. If they are affected by Doom, removes the effect and deals damage to them. Interesting. Your critical hit deals an additional 29 resilience damage. Oh, that... Oh, I like this one. I mean, because we'd be doing stone cold stunners left and right. All right, that's what we're going to do. Stone cold stunners left and right. You know what I mean? Are we having fun or are we having fun? As long as he's going to be trying to light us up, let's light him up a little bit. Wow. Okay, it's not very nice. Alright. Man, they are really hitting us with the black stone opportunities, aren't they? I do not love my positioning right now. Now let's take these guys out right away. Lantern skill can trigger burn. Suppression can increase damage dealt by 30%. Each time a ghost kills an enemy, you have a 30% chance to gain 1 energy. Wow, that's huge. That is huge. I mean, these are, you know, these are the energy. I think we're gonna do this. All right. So we're gonna take a sip before we go in here. Oh, we're getting the Lord Knight Valen this time. Okay. So the devs have been doing some cooking. You know, usually we get the lady that we go up against. I'm the tag team boss in this area. This is a new encounter that they've added. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he does a double slam there. Wow. Thought we were far enough away on that double down. Let's get rid of this dude if we can. Alright, we are almost there. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. At least it was for me. I can only speak for me. It was a tough one for me. Alright, let's take a sip here. At least there's a nice recovery reward waiting for us, so I'm assuming we're gonna get 2 back. Perfect. Go ahead and pop one of those off at least. And let's see, so we've got a potential relic or money. I think we'll go relic, because we're still only holding the 1, right? Yeah, so maybe we could get something that marries up with the fire action that we've got going for us. All right. Not bad at all. I saw you that time, buddy. I'm ready for you too. Go ahead, do your thing. There it is. Okay, let's wait for that little, well, that little gaseousness to dissipate. Let's see what we got here. When the curse from Doom resolves, it triggers a fire explosion, dealing 44 damage. If Heavy Strike critically hits, gain +1 energy. Wow. Okay. The weapon deals lightning damage with a 25% chance to inflict paralysis when attacking, and ghost damage +8. Wow. So that would be a third element happening out there. That might be worth doing. I'm drawn to this. I am drawn to this. I think this is nice too, but yeah, there's something about having all three of those. Now, if we could just figure out a way to get some chill going. And you're saying, Go, what are you talking about? Just the video itself is chill, right? I know, but I meant, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. What do we got going here with this can? Is this Toxic Avenger origin story? Which, by the way, have you seen the previews for that? Look, it looks like a fun movie, but, who asked for that? Who asked for Toxic Avenger? I remember playing that game on the Sega Genesis, Toxic Avenger, going out there and just beating enemies to a pulp with a mop. All right, the Chaos Tainted Amulet rests quietly on the platform, its red glow pulling your hand upward against your will. You sense something unspeakable guiding your movements. The moment your fingers brush against it, you realize it's a trap. Oh no. Oh no. All right, I was a little late on the counter shot, I'll admit. These guys are very explodey. All right, well, that's going to take that guy out like dominoes. The amulet on the platform dimmed, as if no new monsters would appear. Oh, okay. So it's creating a nice little relic for us. Bloodstone freeze. Killing an enemy with freeze. Well, we're not doing that. Deals an additional 12% damage to monsters with freeze. We're not doing that. Whenever time slow is triggered, all enemies with burn take burn damage once without reducing remaining burn stacks. Okay. Are you saying burns or boo-earns? I'm sorry, not sorry. Okay. Look, this is what you come out here for. That kind of stuff, okay? I've got to deliver. I have a responsibility. Let's go with the Wrath Stone because we get buffs if the ghosts deliver kills. Oh, man. Well, I think that dude succumbed to the Doom. I think we're going to raise the fire damage opportunity. And let's give the options a look here. So we got a shop or... Oh, boy. Huh. Well, I think we're going to go with an aura. Maybe make Doom a little bit fancier, right? Outstanding. So, I know I usually pass on this, but it turns out you do come out ahead. Yep, spend 50, get 88. Not bad at all. You need to stop with the shooting, sir. Okay, performing a perfect dodge triggers a Doom Burst, dealing 62 damage. Upon Doom expiring, it also stuns the enemy for 1.5 seconds. That would be good for bosses. After suppression, enter soul state for 0.6 seconds, so I think we would be untouchable, right? Yeah, you will not be harmed in any way. Well, we got a couple commons and an excellent. You know, we do the suppression attacks, but occasionally you don't nail them in time, and they still toss an attack out there. So that would be nice for something like that. I think I'm gonna go with that. That'll be nice for the chunkier enemies and bosses. I think we'll do this. Oh, man. Wow. Alright, let's see what we got going on over here. Obtain a large amount of life force. I usually do not go with this, but I'm actually going to this time. Feel like we're at a little bit of a deficit, and I don't want to have to use a bottle of Ludens. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright, let's see if we can grab something else nice that jives with the story we're telling here. Eternal Doom. Doom lasts 5 seconds longer. I don't think we want to do that. After dodging, the next attack's crit chance is increased by 15%. After... Oh, you know what? We'll go with this. We're getting a second chance at that. That's nice. I think we'll do okay in here. Alright, so she's already out here doing her thing. Believe me, I tried to dodge. Just missed the timing. Spread that flame around. Alright, we're gonna take a quick sip. We're gonna stay away from the garlic. Alright, lady, coming for you. At least we're gonna try. We're getting close on her. Okay, so she's down. That's great. Now, where is he hanging out? Right over here. Ouchie. I mean, look, if I've got to just take shots at you from a distance, you know I'm open to doing that. All right, 2 more relics. That is great. We're going to go Power Stone this time. And we're ready to rip. And I think like last time, we'll take the 2, of course. Then we'll take a sip. All right. And this is where things start to get well, a little bit trickier out there, right? Holy moly. Okay. Now look, I don't want to get hit by any of them, but I especially don't want to get hit by this big guy, because he does a lot of damage. The stun when Doom wears off is really nice. I just saw that pop off. That's pretty great. Big fan. All right, how about a little bit of Fire Scarecrow for you? Perfect. After taking damage, the next ghost skill used will not consume energy. Ghost attacks deal 50% more damage to stunned enemies. Enemies affected by burn will trigger a fire explosion upon death. Yes. That was a very easy yes. If you haven't seen the Funeral Pyre yet, it is pretty outstanding. So we've got a ghost effect or an aura upgrade. I think we're going to add to the possible effects that we can apply passively. See how they help spread that fire around? Isn't that nice? All right. Yep, really like this build. Doom and Fire, I recommend it. Make sure I've got some stamina before I get in there and start tangling with these guys. Nice. Fire Explosion can stun enemies for 0.7 seconds. Lantern skill can trigger burn suppression. Oh, can trigger burn. Suppression can increase damage dealt by 30%. Crit chance for ghost attacks is increased by 15%. My goodness. Well, they're all common. I'm thinking this. Lantern skill can trigger burn. Suppression can increase damage dealt by 30%. Alright, you know what? I take that back. We're gonna go with Lantern Burst. Gonna get a little bit bursty out there. I like the relics that we have, so we'll go with an aura upgrade. Why not? Ooh. Come on, guy. Do your thing. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad it only did 1 damage. It's not bad. We got 400. I think we're gonna do that. And we'll go with the Wrathstone. All right. Yeah, maybe that's the guy that we want to try and take down from a distance, come to think of it. Had it where I try to get closer to those guys, and it just never seems to pan out. They blow that fire at me every time. You believe that? I bet you do. Okay. That was nice. Upon doom expiring, it also stuns the enemy for 1.5 seconds. Oh, okay, so that's an upgrade to that. Right. So this is even more damage here. By 20. I mean, 20 is that's a big uptick. It is 4 seconds, right? But yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. All right, so usually we do not go to fight Laser's corpse, but maybe we want to this time. Maybe we wanna give that a little bit of a shot, right? Maybe it goes well, maybe it goes horribly. We don't know. We don't know until we try, right? Oh, man. Okay. I was gonna say, Ghost, you gotta hit him for us. We don't get too many tries at this. Oh boy. Let's get some stamina back if we can. Shoot. Wow. All right, I'm gonna take a sip. We can get that off. Oh boy. We are gonna pound through the juice on this one, I think. The stun on Doom ending is such a win with a battle like that. Oh no. That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. Well, we'll have to go back to the drawing table. Let's see what this new item was that we grabbed and whether that's something we want to open up for one of these next times, right? Let's see. Here it is. Red spot stone ring. Enemies will be applied 1 stack of burn upon appearance. Wow. Okay. That is interesting. I could see that being maybe pretty nice for us. Let's take a look over here. So we got 167, but more importantly, we brought back 5 of these. So, I mean, that's another 300 to the stack. I could see maybe putting more points into the elemental damage, since we've been leaning into that a little bit more. I don't know. The world is our oyster, right? Tough game when you get to those later stages. Really is. In fact, I could see just maxing this out. That's an easy decision right off the bat. Another 5%. Okay, well, folks, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you had a good time. If you haven't yet had a chance to hit the like button, I'd appreciate it if you did. It'll help more people see the game. And I would imagine this one maybe is on a slight discount for the Steam sale. I'd have to double check that. Check me on it. I don't know for sure, but there is a Steam sale happening, depending on when you're watching this, of course. And yeah, it'll help with the visibility of the video and then the game in turn. So let's do this again sometime soon. We'll get together and play a roguelike or a roguelite because, well, that's what we do every time. And we do that because they're the best. You're also the best. Really appreciate all your support. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time out there. Goodbye.